And I'm back, and it's finally time for Solo Leveling Season 2. Now before we start, if you saw the movie, the first 2 episodes are the movie over again. And I hate that Demon Slayer started this trend of the movie is just the same episodes coming out later, but here we are. This first episode covers chapters 46 to 51 of the manhwa while leaving some minor details out along the way and slightly redoing some parts. It's now Drippy Woo. He's taller, he got some bass in his voice, he got groupies, but the cherry on top that they left out is the man is a billionaire. But at this part of the episode, we only get a small peek at Jinwoo because the first part of this episode is to do 2 things. 1, introduce lingering threats of the season, and 2, start the Red Gate incident arc. And after we cut from Jinwoo at the school talking to his sister's teacher and the dropout, we cut to the airport where we're introduced to the It's a little worse in the manhwa because after he dares anyone to stop him, he turns around and tries to recruit the dude who he just told he was gonna kill Jinwoo to. And compared to his brother who was a secret murderous assholes, he's just out in the open with it. And this is meant to get you wondering what's gonna happen when he finally fights Jinwoo. Then after that, it cuts to the director talking with the leader of the Hunter Guild about how the beasts are now capable of flight. Now, these beasts have been talked about since episode 1 of the first season. And honestly, this is just foreshadowing for one of the biggest arcs of the season, the Jeju Island arc. See, compared to Hwang Dong-soo, these ants are an even greater threat to mankind in general. And the worry is that they are learning to fly, and if they can fly away from that island to other parts of the world, they're probably gonna wreak some havoc on mankind. But I'm not gonna go into too much detail on their role in the season because the Jeju Island arc is supposedly gonna be covered in this season. Just know that we're talking about Shibuya incident levels of peak here. And then after all of that setup, we also get introduced to this A-rank hunter who, to be honest, is literally only here so that we have something to compare current Jinwoo to. His only purpose in this entire episode is to show that Jinwoo will be stronger than the A-rank hunter by the time he comes out of that freaking gate. And speaking of gate, as soon as they walk in, Winter Wonderland with killer elves. Now this brings me to a part of the episode that I wish they would have stuck to the manhwa with, because as soon as they get into the gate, these elves are already trying to snipe them from the trees. But you see, in the manhwa, Jinwoo was ready for that action. Man had the eye glowing, a smile on his face while thinking he's gonna kill him with his own 2 hands. And right here, Jinwoo was on timing and get attacked by a group of ice bears. Now obviously, the A-rank asshole is strong enough to slice the bear in 2. But then we cut to Jinwoo, and the ice bears obviously try to attack them. And some of you may have been wondering, how did he know that Jinwoo was inside of that red gate? And it's another small detail that they left out from the manhwa, and it's simply that he had something on his phone that will tell him when hunters went inside the gates. And he just typed Jinwoo's name in, and he just knew which gate he was at. So in the manhwa, he actually did stop to eat and then go work out for real before he went to go make the ice bears go extinct. And speaking of making them go extinct, this was the hypest part of the episode because we're slashing, bashing, and a scar on his chest, and proceeds to wax all of Jinwoo's shadow soldiers. Well, almost all of them, because the one that he didn't wax was Igris. And if you remember how he did Jinwoo,
fight back! Fight back! Help the bear!
Now, I don't know how much time they're giving for these episodes, but I wish they had taken one more minute rocked by these ice elves. But after Jinwoo kills the bears in the manhwa, he actually turns them into shadow soldiers, and we get introduced to Tank, one of Jinwoo's strongest shadows. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you're new here, make sure you subscribe and follow me while I talk about anime until I pay off my student loans. YouTube thinks you'll like this video next, so don't make YouTube a liar.